Hello, everyone. This is Alex Chapman, aka Al Chappers, and today we are talking about the new phone I got yesterday, the Google Pixel 7 Pro. And if I can describe it in 3 words, I would say accessible, fun, and intuitive. I don't know if fun and intuitive are the best words, but it kind of sums it up because, one, everything is accessible. There's very little unlabeled buttons in the interface, and a lot of elements are very high contrast. And the camera also has something called guided frame, which allows you to take a selfie and it'll tell you move your phone to the right or give you guidance on how to get the best angle for the shot. So, the Pixel 7 Pro, it's part of the Pixel 7 series that came out on October the 6th. The Pixel 7 is £599 and also $599 in the US. The 7 Pro, which is what I got, the RRP is £849 and $899. Luckily, I managed to get a very small discount on it through Amazon. So I think I paid £831.18. And I thought today I would give you a little it's not exactly an unboxing, and I wouldn't class it as a full review. I'm not like one of those other tech expert people, or tech expert, that's one of the tech YouTubers I watch, so but I mean, I'm kind of, when I do my tech videos, I like to kind of add a bit of humor. So if I do balls anything up, it's just a lol moment. But anyway, enough yabba dabba doo. Let's explore Android 13. So to start off with, you have the home screen, and at the top, TalkBack doesn't actually come through in the audio fully, but that doesn't really matter because obviously you can see the screen. I'll try and do a text-to-speech demo on this thing at some point. Well, if I can figure it. But you have at a glance, which will show you, well, if there's nothing specifically happening, it'll just show the date and the weather. So let's see. Yeah. And I can double tap there. It's basically just the standard weather interface. Standard weather interface that you get in the Google app. Flick over tomorrow's forecast. Tab yeah, the tab next to it is the 10 days. Okay, so that's that. Now, the recent apps screen is very easy. You have your apps, and then flick over clear all. But you could just flick like upwards with 2 fingers when using TalkBack, and it'll say task closed. So I've closed photos. I'm going to close Google. Task closed. Easy as that. Task closed. Boom. The notification shade. Very accessible. We have a red notification there for the screen recorder, but that's never usually there when I'm not doing that. That's not there when I'm not doing a screen recording video. But you've got notifications, so a load of Discord alerts and stuff like that. Flick down again. And basically, what we've got here is just tiles that are basically toggles and quick access shortcuts for different settings and features. So, for example, you've got the brightness, that's the long one at the top, and then you've got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, torch, and basically you'll have noticed some of these toggles are darker than the others. That's because those toggles are turned off, but if I turn this one on, the torch, that goes white, off, goes dark again. And flick over and we have more toggles. So it's pretty easy to organize stuff there. You can edit the order and what settings are on the quick settings panel. Click on that. Quick settings editor. Well, the icon with talkback says edit order of settings, but you can add stuff into it as well. So you've got all the different stuff. So the stuff that's already there. Let me think. So in here we can add stuff like alarm, microphone access, camera access, some accessibility stuff, so color inversion, but that doesn't really help me. Data saver, nightlight, extra dim. To be honest, that'd just make things even more awkward for me to see if I put that on. One-handed mode. So basically, all the different stuff. You could also reorder stuff around. I might reorganize this at some point, but I thought I'd leave it as the standard layout. Well, mostly standard layout for the purpose of this review. Just come out of there. Close that. So usually tech reviewers don't really go through the quick settings, but for me that is a very crucial accessibility feature. Now, let's see the camera. Let's see. So we have a main 50 megapixel main lens, and then we've got ultra wide and telephoto lenses. I can't remember the exact megapixel count. Plus, there's a selfie camera up there. I think it's about an 11 megapixel selfie camera. But the main thing of the camera I want to show you is guided frame. So let's get into it. Switch to front facing camera. So now if I try to do this, hey, and I can view that. Nice, as 2ECH would say. So, yeah, that's taken the selfie. I think that's pretty good. Like, that uses I think it uses some kind of AI processing to do that. And that comes courtesy of the Google Tensor G2 processor that's in this phone. But, yeah. But then again, I don't know if you could actually hear any of the sound effects there and what it was saying, but it was basically telling me how to hold the phone. So it was like move phone slightly left and down, and it'd like do pings to indicate whether I'm in the right direction. But yeah, these Pixel phones have always been way ahead with Android features and enhancements. And I've used several other Android phones, and some of them have come close to the Pixel level of performance and features, but have been let back by their ridiculously overcomplicated interfaces. Like Samsung and their One UI, I did a video about that at the beginning of the year, and yes, it was much better than the iPhone SE that I had, which was honestly crap. Like the battery level was just awful, and well, I had to keep charging it about bloody 4 times a day. The Samsung, I just found there was too much going on. The Galaxy Store was just, I don't know, just, and Bixby was basically like Siri, but for Samsung. And Siri can be good, but nah. But on the Pixel, you've got so many features and accessibility settings that, let's just say, I'm going to be sticking with Pixel. Sorry, Samsung, Oppo, Huawei, Motorola, and all you other phone makers, but you just don't have the features for a blind person that a blind person who uses technology a lot and does a lot of stuff on the phone, and actually also uses things like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and social media. They just don't have the feature set. Sorry, but you've lost a customer. And to be honest, Google hasn't made a lot of these features available for other devices, most likely because of the sheer amount of on-device AI processing and machine learning that is required. Just other processors and other manufacturers are unable to meet the minimum requirements, and therefore Google has just kept features like this Pixel exclusive. And to be honest, I don't blame them for doing that, because it sets the Pixel series of phones apart from other companies. Like, yes, Google is the maker of Android and stuff, but I just think they are doing something right. Let's just say that. Now it's come out of the camera. Task closed. Now, on the home screen, a cool thing is that when you're not highlighting an icon, you can actually just tap in the blank spot of the home screen, and it'll actually highlight it for you to actually either long press by double tapping and hold, and you can bring up the wallpaper, widget settings, and all that kind of configuration menu, or you can go open the top back menu with tapping with 3 fingers. Ugh, I'm creating my own little parodies of words now. Actions, and that's pretty neat, but I don't need to go into any of that. And then you've obviously got the Google Discover feed when you swipe right. And then you can go into your apps list. So you've got that app suggestions up there and all the apps there. And then, speaking of the phone, I think it kind of predicted what I was going to go on to then. I don't know. But, well, I don't want to make this video too long. But a cool feature in the phone is that you can do what's called call screening, which allows you to basically answer a call with the Google Assistant, and it will basically give you a transcript of what the other person says, and you can decide whether to whether to actually come onto the call or just cut the call off or report as spam. Which, to be honest, I'm kind of glad that I've got that, because recently I kept getting some kind of spam call claiming to be HMRC or something or other, and it didn't add up, and I thought, go away, spammers. So, yeah. And there's so much extra little bits and pieces that just make the Pixel experience so special. Like, for example, Now Playing allows you to basically look at songs that you've heard around you, and it will basically store them in a Now Playing history feature on the phone. So I've also created a shortcut on the next homepage. So if I click on that Now Playing history icon, there is different songs that have been playing and the phone has picked up on. So Crab Rave, never heard of that. Yeah, that's a good song. And I can click on one of these and it will bring up an actions menu of services to play the song from. More add to light songs, so you can share it as well. Yeah. So you've got different things there. Let's come out of that. So yeah, there's so many little features, and not just that, but when you're typing messages out as well on the keyboard, it'll actually put punctuation in for you. And I've noticed there have been far less errors with dictation on the Pixel than when I've had my Samsung phones or Oppo phone or Motorola. Literally, those phones, I'd always have to like edit out some bits, and sometimes it'd put extra words in, like, for example, and or of, like, just random bits would duplicate themselves from the dictation. It's like, what the hell? What the hell? Oh my god, no way. Okay, that was just random. But all in all, Pixel phones I'd recommend to anyone, because yes, the starting price is 549 quid for the premium flagship phone. The 6A came out in July. That's like I can't remember how much that is. 399. I can't remember. But the Pixel 7A is rumored to be coming next year, and we'll probably have a couple of upgrades in there as well. So that brings us to the end of this look at the Pixel 7 Pro. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found this informative and entertaining. So, without further ado, don't forget to like, subscribe, ping a comment down in the comments menu or comment area, whatever you want to call it, and don't forget to share with others, as it's important that people know about the best phones. Well, best phones. Pixel phones are the best phones, and I'll see you probably in another reaction video or something else that comes along. And now, let's find that screen recording button and close it off.